Hi, my name is Jennifer Zalewski, and I'm going to talk to you about some ways you can help your exceptional child with their social skills. A lot of times, students with certain exceptionalities have problems reading social cues. And what I mean by social cues are they have problems understanding facial expressions. Are people happy? Are they sad? They need help with taking turns in conversations. Also, appropriate ways to disagree with somebody. Also, to express interest when someone is talking, and how to enter a group when there's a group of people around. How do you go into that group appropriately? In the book, It's So Much Work to Be Your Friend by Richard Lavoie, he talks about performing a social skills autopsy. And you can do this if your child was in a social situation where maybe it didn't go so well. And he talks about 5 steps you can take. First step is have your child explain what happened in the situation from his point of view, and then have the child identify the mistake that he thinks he made. And then as a parent, you want to help your child to determine what the actual social mishap was. He might be right on target with what it was, but he also might need some help with that. Also, then you want to create a social story for your child. So kind of make up a story that has people that in the same situations, and see how he reacts to that story, and if he can figure out maybe some things to change. And then finally, you want to have your child practice the social skill in another type of social situation. At the website fastfamilysupport.org, it offers some excellent training materials for parents. And one of the things they talk about is having a social skills toolbox. And within this toolbox, they talk about a boundary circle and talking to your child about boundaries, about who's you're in your inner circle, as in friends and family, and then as the circle gets bigger, it's people that you are less familiar with, until ultimately you're with strangers. And then also it talks about practicing real life situations. So to practice a real life situation with your child, you want to introduce the topic or the situation. So for example, if you want them to behave a certain way in a restaurant, introduce how do you behave in a restaurant, and then model the appropriate behavior that you want to see from them, and then have them model this behavior back to you. And then it's very important to practice these behaviors, especially in real world situations, so you can go to a restaurant and have your child practice these behaviors. And then after you leave the restaurant, provide feedback. Tell them all the things they did good or all the things they did well, and maybe if they needed to work on something, you can talk about that as well. The website understood.org produced a video that talks about how watching TV with your child can actually be helpful for their social skills. This is actively watching TV with your child, so where you discuss what you see. Some of the things that you can talk about are interactions between the people on the TV or on the TV show. Also, you can help your child recognize emotions, sadness, excited, frustrated. And also you can discuss behaviors you see on the TV, inappropriate ones, what you see that's appropriate, what's good manners. And also it's important for your child to start to understand what sarcasm is, because a lot of times with disabilities, a student has trouble recognizing sarcasm. Gifted and talented is also an exceptionality group, and sometimes their social needs are a little different. Usually with gifted and talented children, their maturity level is a little bit above their peers. So it's important for them to seek out fellow gifted students where they might have a little more in common with and have kind of at the same maturity level. Also, it was helpful for them to join groups where age isn't necessarily a huge factor where they might be with older children or younger children. Also, it's important if they have a mentor, and be an older mentor where they can ask questions. This could be a teacher, this could be an aide at the school, even the guidance counselor, where they can talk about their feelings. And also, with gifted and talented, you should encourage them to join community service projects where they can help out their community and, again, be involved with peers of all different ages.